Now, I'm so glad you said to tell us stories.
Right.
We had a little conversation off camera, but now we're going to bring in the camera for y'all.
Okay.
Now, one of my things that I would love to see in Madden, and I brought up the WWE, because I love the wrestling games, and I love the Road to WrestleMania where you could play Undertaker's story out. Like, his particular story building up all the way to what made him a legend.
Yeah.
You could play it out. Now, my thing is, this gentleman right here is on his way to legendary damn status, all right?
Yeah.
And I would have loved to, like, eventually one day play out his story in a Madden game, meaning that, let's say we started his story out in college, or let's say there was a little video of him growing up when he was in high school or something, like, you know, or like a narrative, a real story, and play it out.
And what has he done?
Yeah.
Where is he going?
And because a lot of people would love to know that, but if it's not in the game, they may not take time out to know, but they'll appreciate it more. Do you see Madden ever getting to that point?
I see a narrative coming. I really do. I see that, you know, we don't know. We don't have the plans, nothing like that. But it's like, you know, you can wish. I mean, speaking as me, right? I'm not speaking as the game developer. I'm actually saying, hey, you know, I'd love to see stories. We all say that, right? But here's the thing. We're telling mini stories now. And like you and I talked about, you got to tell your core stories right now, right? Like, you get a first down, guy comes over, helps you up. You celebrate that. You go to the dejected defensive player. Tell those stories first. Score a touchdown, see that celebration, come back to the field. Don't have any time warps. You know, tell the core correctly, and then you move on to things like narratives. And that's what we're trying to do.
Now, one of the best things about Madden, this is the first time I've ever seen this in Madden. I think this is the best idea for any football game, period. Any game, period, should have this. Okay. You guys teach football in this game. You actually teach football. So I'm gonna give you an example, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to my little nephew Julian, he holding the camera, but he actually got a taste of this as well. So when you're playing the game, right, I know how to play football on the game, but I don't play football in real life. Like, I can play it, they give me the ball, run, get a touchdown, but I don't know what a cover two is. Honestly, I'm telling you, I don't know all the details of how the plays work. This game in Madden 15, they actually have somebody telling you what means what. They allow you to play everything out. They put you in easy situations, hard situations. They truly educate you on what it is to play football. So what it does is it's leveling out. So if you know how to play football, but you don't know how to play the game good, it's like balance, right? That's the balance. So once you know how to play the game good and you know football because it teaches you, right, it changes everything. I never seen that before. How did that all come about as well? And how much further will you take the teaching of football in this game through gameplay?
Well, I think the teaching of the game is so important. So that's never going to end, right? We're always going to progress that. Okay. And how and obviously we're telling stories in that world too, right? Like that's what we're building on here. But here's the thing with Skills Trainer. How great is it that you can play defense, offense, you can kick. You're learning how to play that game. Like you get, like, yeah, you can walk up and kick something, but without the sticks, you know, you got to learn how to do it on the sticks. And then we launch you into game from there, right? So for us, yeah, we'd love to just go further and further with that. Again, we don't have that plan together, but like moving forward, like obviously like the sky's the limit with something like teaching. You know what I mean? I mean, and we actually get this information from the NFL. We get that from coaches. We get that, like we had defensive backs in this year. That was our big thing, right? Defense is fun. So we got defensive backfield guys in and said, this is how I would read that play. This is how I wouldn't read that play. And all that goes into how we teach. And so it's really important.
Yo, it's amazing. So I got 2 more questions for you, then we're going to wrap it up. Right. Now, one of the things that me personally, like one of the things that I really like about football in general, it's a contact sport. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What you guys did this year, like from a physics standpoint, looks a lot more believable. I mean, it was good last year too, but this year is standing out a lot. Good. What I want to ask you is this. Okay. The sound effects. Like, I'm not sure if it's because it was like low here in terms of like the sound or whatever, but how do you guys like really get the sound effects to match the intensity of the hit that you're watching? Because I felt that was missing in a few Maddens where I would get this big hit and it looked crazy, but it didn't feel like it looked. That needs to be there.
I think you're in a loud room also, but I think you should play it and hear that kind of sweetening is there this year. Like it's not the way you're saying it, where it's the the intensity of the hit matches that. It's a great idea. It's a great way to look towards the future for sure. But I mean, you are hearing the levels of hitting based on contact, so it is pretty cool. We have that sweetening in the game this year, and if you crank that bass, it's pretty awesome, right?
All right, cool.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a step forward in the game too. You really start thinking, and we did that a lot with the sweetening and our in our audio this year. But I think looking towards next year, telling more audio stories from the field might be something to go after.
I love you, dog. Like I love everything about you right now. It's like, this is crazy. So for my final question, right? Here's something that I think is extremely important for all gamers, not just in football, but in all of sports and stuff like that, right? Like, so, all right. So now my thing is, when I was playing Madden, when I was playing Blaze of Steel, Double Dribble, all this stuff back in the day growing up, it was like playing like with your friends and stuff like that. It was always great. They came over to your house. It's different now because you got online. Right. Now, with online, things hasn't always been great. Like online playing, whether I don't care what it is, any sports game, like a lot of games, you get a lot of problems online. Yeah. Madden is a big title in the industry. What are your plans for online, not just game modes and features, but stability to really make it work? To really make it work with the servers and everything, what is your plan? And if not this year, what's your plan for Madden 16 to like take it further now that you're a part of the team?
Well, I mean, we have plans for the future. We don't want to talk about them because we want to give it away, right?
I'm trying to get an exclusive trying.
You're not going to get an exclusive for me on stuff like that. Obviously we made headway this year for stuff like that. For stability is not something I can talk to. Obviously, I'm not an engineer, right? Like I'm a filmmaker. That's why we're here. But like things like making that closer to the actual console game obviously is a goal, right? To have the presentation points, to have the interactivity with other people in the community is obviously always a goal to move towards the future. But yeah, I think we'll let you know as soon as we get further down that road.
Please do, because I get asked that question so much, and I'm like, I don't work on the game. Like I can only ask y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? So
totally, yeah.
All right, cool. So look, it's your boy HipHopGamer. This is my man Brian. Right. This dude has a resume out the ass right now, like seriously, and really, like, yo, God bless you. I commend you. Thank you for this interview. Like seriously, it really meant the light. Yeah. Look, we live on Hot 97. We here with EA, Madden 15. They're doing things that we never seen before. So congratulations to them, and I can't wait to see what they do in the future. It's your boy HipHopGamer. We out, baby boy.
Yeah. Watch Dogs. HipHopGamer. I'm tight nice, man.